Okay, fine, let's go.
Yeah.
Who's Mokapoteni?
Mokapoteni is the Chief Minister President of Cape City. Mokapoteni is a songwriter, he's a producer, he's a vocal engineer all the way from Zgandi 012, the northern region of Pretoria.
Okay, what got you into music?
What got me into music? I wanted an outlet to express myself. I've always felt misunderstood, even in my family. Even I've always felt like misunderstood, basically. So music was a way for me to express myself, And I've always loved music because I've always loved dancing. So it was just this other medium that made me really feel good about myself, and the fact that I learned how to do it when I didn't know shit. It really feels good. It's just another medium for me, a medium of expression.
Who's your inspiration in life and music?
My biggest inspiration in life is my mom. My biggest inspiration in music would probably be Kanye West.
Kanye. Give us 5 top people you've listened to on a daily.
On a daily, it's funny because I don't listen to a lot of music like that these days, which is weird. But then, what's forever in my playlist, you'll find MT for sure. You'll find Zuchi. You'll find J. Cole. You'll find... there's also people that are popping now. I fuck with 25K for sure. Fuck with Reese. But sometimes I'll play people like Bobo Ringo. Or Benny Maingan. My father used to play a lot of Tsonga music growing up. So I don't like everything, obviously, but there are a few which I really, to this day, still play their music. Your Benny Maingan, your Thomas Chauke, so yeah.
Okay. What are you looking for? Let me rephrase it. What do you want people to learn from your music?
We all go through some shit, and at the time it feels like you're not gonna get over it, but trust me, you will. And another thing, you can literally put your mind and do anything that you want to do. And with the era that we live in now, with technology and everything, I'd encourage people to invest some of our time into learning new things, like a skill, whatever skill that you might be interested in, because the way the economy is set up, people with skill and expertise are the ones that are going to survive and then are going to make a lot of money. Learn a skill if you can.
Okay. Now, since how long have you been in the rap game? And what's your
am I in the game already?
I mean,
I'm trying to get into the game. I've been doing music since 2019.
Okay, besides that, right? I'm gonna put it like this. You can always be in the rap game the minute you release a song, or you be consistent with releasing.
Yeah.
The game isn't marginalized by the industry status. The game is you have people listening to your music. There's people tapping into your stream. So I feel like that's it. You see.
Yeah.
So I feel like I wouldn't say I'm a YouTuber, but I'm in the YouTube game.
Yeah.
I'm in the creative game. As long as I have a YouTube
out there,
I'm a YouTuber. You see.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, 2019, November 2019. The first song I released under, because I used to have a different stage name. Those that know, they know it. I used to go by El Groovy. The first song I released with my other homie, Barake Zolitini from All the Way Home. Piano was going crazy. We did an Ama Uber track cover. Uploaded it on Audio Mac and SoundCloud. And then from there, we kept pushing, man. Shout out to that guy, actually, because when we met at this other show, there was a show back home called Mhlambisi Zaphumelela. Shout out Tabiso Tabet DC. We met there, I saw the nigga perform. It's not that we became friends immediately, I just fuck with his vibe. And then this one time, I didn't know that we lived in the same hood, then I saw him. And I think it was just around the time I just bought equipment with other homie of mine, Barake Prodigal, right? This thing is a family business, man. There's a lot of my homies that we collaborated on this craft, So yeah, I told him, yo, bro, I want to record an EP. I don't know much about producing or whatever, I didn't know how to mix vocals or whatever. He had a bit of knowledge. He's like, nah, don't worry, bro, I got you. The first song we made, the Ama Uber Trap song was not the first song we made. I don't remember the first song we made, but it was the first song we released. And then the reception was dope for a first song. Obviously, the mixing wasn't of that quality because even him, he wasn't like, super knowledgeable, but he could mix enough for us to put it out. So yeah, since November 2019, I've been going at it, man. Yeah.
Now, what is your biggest inspiration when you go in and write a song? Do you go off of emotions?
Myself.
Do you go off of drugs? Because it's such a people write different songs, so that's why I said when you go to a song, like, what's one of your biggest
Thing is with me, ne, I'm a very, I don't want to say it's unique to me because I know a lot of artists that are like that. I can go a long time without creating, and I'll try to force the creativity out of me, but then I end up not enjoying the process. It stops being fun, right? But then there's a time where maybe I'm going through some stuff or whatever. Usually I'll just go to YouTube and play random beats, to just gauge my mood at the time. Either I'll for one make a beat. Sometimes I just take the beat off YouTube, try to come up with an idea, then I reconstruct from there. But sometimes I do rap on YouTube beats and then upload them on non-profitable platforms like Audio Mac and SoundCloud, right? So it has a lot to do with whatever phase that I'm in life at the time, right? And then in terms of my external influences, I do smoke weed. It does help with creativity at times. But then I wouldn't encourage people to lean on things to create because at the end of the day, your truth is your truth. You don't have to go there just to dig deep inside. It's a matter of you being comfortable in your own skin, and there was a time where I was like, I'm not gonna smoke, record or whatever. But then it depends on the time. But I don't necessarily have to be high to create. It does have this certain edge about it. Stoners know it does have a certain edge to it, but I'm not gonna say if there's no weed in the studio, we're not making music. Nah, that's not me. We're creating either way. So yeah.
Okay. Now, this is one of the golden questions. Maybe you have crushes over there. Do you have a heart? Do you have a heart, dog?
Crushes. Wow. Okay, ask your question.
What do you have a hand?
No. Not even looking for a hand.
Okay, but when you look,
if you charm at there online, please don't even try, man.
Okay, but when you look for a woman, what do you look for?
I love a woman who's respectful, man. Respect is a big thing for me. And when I say respect, I don't want people to think of it in that taboo, a stereotypical way. Go to mfazi, man. Hey, baba. Nah,
you don't want Jebo Baba.
If you wanna hear about me, I mean, of course, come on, I welcome it. But I'm just saying that's not necessarily the aspect that someone who will respect that my purpose will always come first. My purpose comes even before my own needs, Someone who will respect that, somebody who's caring, somebody who's considerate, somebody who's kind, And then she has to be pretty, man. Pretty is not like the first thing, but she
needs to look good,
She needs to look good. I mean, I'm a good-looking gent too, so I'm not trying to. So yeah, those things. That's what I look for in a woman.
Confidence is key, as they say, though.
Yes.
Okay, now, who do you want to work with?
In SA or in the whole world?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive? Yo, I wish I made a song with X, man. R.I.P. XXXTentacion.
What type of song? If you go for rap?
With him, the tip he was on before he passed on. Those slow guitar, kind of
question mark 17 type beats.
Yeah,
vibes.
Yeah. Because funny enough, I discovered recently, I don't have the biggest vocal range. If anything, I'm not the most professional sounding singer. I don't even rate myself as a singer. Shout out Auto Tune though. But then
at least there's a rapper who said that.
Shout out Auto Tune. Auto Tune holds us down. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I wanted to say I do like stripped down versions. Like if it's just a piano, a guitar, no drums, nothing.
Like solos.
I feel like there's just something I'm able to get on those songs compared to everything else that I can't. Yeah, so dead or alive, X, I wish I could have made a song with him. But there's a lot of people that are still alive that I really want to work with.
Just
In SA, Zuchi, yo,
Oh, yeah.
I really. Zuchi.
if you don't, dog, we fighting.
Yeah, ish, bro.
That's
For
one of the
me,
most
I
creative
respect
guys,
that man so much, man. I respect that nigga so much. I would love for him to produce my album, you know. But in due time, I just have to keep being diligent and putting in work. Cause when I'm honest with myself, I can listen to some of the things he's put out and everything. I'm like, I'm mature enough to say I still have a long way to go. But I know there's gonna get a time where we're gonna do some stuff. Definitely. MT, we should make an EP. I feel like me and MT would make some crazy shit. Reese, I'd wanna produce an EP for Reese.
Like
Produce it, like, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I would love to produce something for him, even if I'm not on the songs. So, in the States, you're in the States, but there's a lot. Thing is, the way there's so many dope creatives right now, man, like there's so many people. But okay, outside of SA, Wizkid, I'd wanna work with Wizkid.
And get the Niger vibe into the
Yeah, Ngatsa nagas Niger mara nagi tla go ta speeduri se se melodic. Wizkid for sure. And then I would love to lock in with Joe producer Elibizo la lepela le ndatlela Joe, and I love this thing.
What about Tyler?
Hit Boy. Ooh,
I listened to the album with
Tyler. No, Tyler.
No, Tyler.
Tyler the creator, of course. I thought you meant Tiger.
Don't disrespect him. No, I feel like Tyler and Zuchi are in the same boat of creativity because they're always experimenting and they always try to bring artists out of their box.
Yes.
So I feel like
boundaries, for sure.
So that's how I would say Tyler. But Hit Boy, I like the album he did with Big Sean.
Yeah, also the stuff he's been doing with Nas.
See, so
yeah,
I wouldn't.
Hit Boy, yeah. Thing is, bro, some of these questions, maybe 2 years later, I'll stop. What time did
continue. Don't worry. But I get what you mean. You consume a lot, though. Okay, now I don't want the video to be too long. The final question.
Yeah.
I know. Next year, 2 years time, I'm gonna do the same interview. But now, one of the most important questions Ricky used to ask on his podcast. When everything is gone, you're on your deathbed, you 10, 15, God forbid it's that short, but whenever it's time for you to go into heaven's gates, what's one thing you want to leave behind?
Yo.
I wasn't gonna prepare you for these questions. I feel like
it's not a difficult question. That's the thing.
It's the thought.
But then I have so much to say on this thing, on this question that you just asked me. But then, when I left high school, my biggest maybe my dreams were very shallow, and I didn't see beyond just getting out the hood and getting a good education and a good job. But then, with everything that's happened in my life in the past 3-4 years, I realized, yo man, there's just so much to achieve in life, depending on the limit that you put for yourself. When it's all said and done, man, first of all, my siblings, I'm a brother to 4 siblings, by the way. So,
you're hot, man.
Yeah, they're my biggest inspiration, they're my biggest pushers in life. Like, whenever shit is hard, I'm thinking, yo, there's these 4 people that that are on this earth that look up to me. The first thing I want them to remember me as is somebody who fought,
You never gave up on the
through it all, Because the reason why I'm referring to my family first is obviously a lot of things that have happened in my life, they were the first to see and then experience it with me and everything. I just want them to know their brother is somebody who fought really hard to get to where he wanted to get to. And to the rest of the world, man, don't listen to nobody. Do it.
Just do it.
Because the beautiful thing about doing it doesn't, the results, they don't matter much. They matter, but not really. If it does work out, then amazing. If it doesn't, then you probably have another chance to do something else, which will probably work out. with the lessons you've learned from the thing that didn't work out.
So that's what you say came out of your life. That's what people should read from you, because I know we talk. I'm not gonna cut anything. I feel like it's gonna be fake if I start cutting. But
It's cool.
the last time we chatted, you said that you dropped out of varsity. You were involved in a car accident. That's why I asked you this question. You were
Yes.
involved, which I feel like would have given you backside on how everything
Yeah.
you talk, and I feel like this would have been one of your realest statements, because when your life is flash in front of your eyes, and I don't know how that feels.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
the last start thinking about the regrets you're doing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the fact that-
The reason why I didn't touch on that, I think it's because I've mentioned it already. But then for those that don't know, when that particular incident happened, it really put me in that spot that if it had ended now, would I have been proud of the life that I had lived? And to be honest, I wouldn't have, because I feel like it was just a projection of someone else's reality on me, not my own reality. Hence me saying, me going back to don't listen to nobody, just do it. Because some of these things I've always wanted to do, they're not new. It's just you think about it, you put them at the back of your head, you think about it. Because I remember in grade 10, I think that's when I was like starting to really like listen to hip hop heavily. And I was like, yo, I want to become a sound engineer. And then there were like a lot of chats, conversations amongst the people that I was with. They're like, oh, would you wanna? That's a DJ. Why would you wanna be a DJ? Obviously, people were super misinformed, right? But then you can undermine the little negative things people say. But I heard some dude on the net, some professor or whatever. They said the subconscious doesn't have a filter for, oh, this is a joke. It takes, you know. So that's why it's important when they say stay away from negative people. It's not necessarily because you're trying to be special or whatever. You consume some of these things, and depending on how sure you are about yourself, if at that time you are not the most surest about yourself, it's easy for you to consume that and internalize it. So don't listen to nobody. Go for it, and our lives are not in our hands. It could end anytime. Just make sure when you step out, whatever that you do is aligned to your purpose, or whatever that you want to achieve.
Okay, so now I know I said the last one, but the last one.
Hit me.
Honestly, as you said, you're not that big, but me listening to your music,
I am big.
No,
That's
that's
the noise.
that's what I was gonna say.
I am big. I'm the biggest. I'm the biggest. The
But-
biggest, man.
That's what I was hearing. I was like, I've listened to your music, and dog, I feel like you have humongous potential, because I haven't heard something. I've listened to a lot of SoundCloud. I listen to a lot of SoundCloud rappers and artists and artists on the ground, and there was something about your music that set you different. I don't know if it's your cadence or your vocal range. I don't know, but
yeah.
personally, I must say you're already big.
I'm big.
You're already big. You're already top. Like out of the people I could listen
Top
to.
2 and not 2.
You see, that's what I'm saying. So like.
But so sorry to disturb you, ne?
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. I know that. It's just the. Remember, I'm a fan of music before I'm a maker of music, right?
100%.
I still know that I still need to put out a lot, and I'm still learning a lot. I'm still doing a lot, right? That's why I respect my art, my craft. And then I respect people that are doing the most right now. And when I go listen to this, I'm like, oh, this nigga, he's really been working, right? So I don't want this to come across as me feeling like I'm the biggest, but there isn't enough evidence to support that. Every day I'm working on the evidence. And by the time people catch up, I'll be on some other things too. So I am very much aware of the amount of work that I still need to do. But I'm still the biggest.
So as I said now, this is the question. I don't care if you're low key now or you're still underground.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell someone currently go primary school, high school, or Joe?
Anything,
So what is we've
advice
heard
to that kid?
we've heard all the cliches, just do it, but I feel like there's something else you can say.
Yeah, no, that's Also, you know what? There's several things that influence a person's mindset, and environment sometimes is the biggest factor. And then when you're a kid in primary, you have no control of the type of environment you're in. It's like, let me make an example with me. It's not like I was wherever in another life. I wanna be born in the hood, and then I mean, you don't have a choice, right? That's beyond you. But the biggest thing, as soon as you start being aware of those things, the biggest thing that you need to do, the most important thing, is associate with people that think just like that. Association. If you can't find people like that, then there's nothing wrong with being a lone wolf. Trust me, it'll actually make you a very, very, very strong soldier, you know. But then influence is a huge thing, yeah, bro. Because at home there is an influence, at school there is an influence, right? So because you probably spend most of your time at school, I would assume, make sure you associate
high school.
Because with me, in primary, I used to play soccer, right? But I also like drawing. And those were my friends. My friends also drew. So when we go home, Dalabo Pokemon and whatever, shout out Mopem, what Pokemon and whatever, we watching that tomorrow, and let's draw whatever. So you see how even if that was such a little thing in my life, but then it had a huge influence, because wherever I went, I wanted those spaces that accommodate the type of person that I am, or the type of person, or that accommodates the potential that I have in me. Association is key, and then learn as much as you can, man. Learn as much as you can. Read. Read, nigga, read, you know. So obviously, if you're in primary, man, I mean, I could understand why you're not too much into whatever. But then soon as you're aware of that, it hits you like, yo, damn, this makes me feel some type of way. There are some things that we do, we feel, it makes us feel superhuman. Soon as you start knowing what that is, make sure we associate with people that feel the same way, and nurture that, cultivate that, and be stubborn in your pursuit.
My boy, we are done. You can sign out. Mokapoteni.
Mokapoteni, Mo Commissioner and the Chief Minister President of Cape City, Alejandro Rui the First. Thank you, So follow me on all social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, that's Mokapoteni95, Facebook, TikTok, it's Mokapoteni, YouTube is Mokapoteni, everywhere else is Mokapoteni.